How many is thankful for the word of their testimony? The last song we just sang, I talked about the word of our testimony, and the song we're about to sing talks about our testimony. I think God has a purpose and a plan for today. There is power in your testimony no matter what it is. And Erica asked me to share my testimony. I grew up on a church pew. I grew up in Pentecostal Lighthouse. And my mom raised me in church, and I don't see her right now, but I give honor to my mom, and she has a very powerful testimony herself. And I thank God that she raised me in this church, and she raised me in truth. And at Pentecostal Lighthouse is where I first received the Holy Ghost, and I remember being a kid and being so excited because I never felt that power. I'd never felt anything like that in my life. And I remember just having a passion, and even with my stepsisters, we would play outside, and I remember we'd play church, and I would pretend to be the preacher, and we would just sit on our table, have my Bible out, and pretend to preach. I didn't know what I was saying, but I pretended to preach to him. And as I grew older, I began to play a lot of sports in my life. I fell in love with basketball. And one year, I was on 5 different basketball teams, and I was just playing a lot of sports. I had my focus in the areas that I shouldn't have had them in. And I remember early high school, I was playing baseball and ended up hurting my knee. And I kind of just spiraled downhill from there. I hurt it playing soccer, and then I really destroyed it going skiing. There's a story in that, but that's another time. And it ended my sports career. But I remember my mom telling me at the time, I didn't really understand it. I didn't know why it happened, but she told me that maybe it happened for a reason. And obviously I was frustrated. I was upset that it happened. But I think it did happen for a reason, because I don't know where I would be at right now if it wasn't for that injury. I don't know if I would be standing here. It's not that I would be playing sports anywhere special. But anything that happens in your life happens for a reason, and there's different paths you can choose no matter what happens. So anyway, I had my focus in the wrong areas, and even after that injury, I came to church, but I wasn't really sold out like I should have been. I tried to do things my own way. I had my own plan, and I grown frustrated with things that had happened, but it was never about my plan. I was kind of reminded of when God found his disciples, and he said, "Come and follow me, because I will make you fisher of men." He never said, "I need you to figure it out." He never said, "I need you to make your own plan." He said, "I will guide you." I believe it's in Psalms where it says, "The good man, his steps are ordered by the Lord." I was a lukewarm Christian for too long. He said, "I would rather you be hot or cold," because a lukewarm Christian, he is spewed out of God's mouth. And I was so tired of being stagnant. I was so tired of being one foot in and one foot out, that I would rather have been outside of the church, out of his will, than I would on a pew, just sitting stagnant. I didn't want to be the same anymore. So when I finally built my house upon a solid rock, when I finally found my foundation in his word, that's where I found my joy. And this song says, "The joy of my strength, it comes from the Lord." So sing with us as we sing this song, because we're not up here to entertain you. We're up here he inhabits the praise of his people. So just sing with us and praise with us.